Okay, today I'm doing a review on The Host by Stephenie Meyer, and it says author of the Twilight Saga, startlingly addictive, an epic story of love, family, and loyalty. US Today said that. And, oh yeah, this one is a special one. It has a new bonus chapter inside of it, and it also says number 1 national bestseller. Now, it's probably going to be one of my longest videos because I have a large stack here I kind of want to talk about. I'll still read the back of it. Okay, it says, Melanie Strider refuses to fade away. Our world has been invaded by an unseen enemy that takes over the minds of human hosts while leaving their bodies intact. But Wanderer, the invading soul who occupies Melanie's body, finds its former tenant refusing to relinquish possession of her mind. As Melanie fills Wanderer's thoughts with visions of Jared, a human who has avoided invasion and lives in hiding, Wanderer begins to yearn for a man she's never met. Soon Wanderer and Melanie, reluctant allies, set off to search for the man they both love. Featuring one of the most unusual love triangles in literature, The Host is a riveting and unforgettable novel about the persistence of love and the essence of what it means to be human. Okay, this I did actually I think I read the book before I watched the movie. I'm not sure, but I noticed that the book is just a little bit different from the movie, where Melanie and Jared in the movie, they ended up like sleeping together and stuff. When the book, no, and it even goes further into detail that she's like 16, 17 when she falls in love with Jared and he's in his 20s. So that's the reason he's still kind of old school on that. And, oh yeah, there's something special about my book. It's kind of got that, like, shiny thing on her eye. I don't know if I can, oh, you're right. I don't know if I can get it. That little circle right here, it actually shines a little bit, and even does it on the side. Yeah, see? But yeah, here's the back. It also has all her Twilight stuff right here. I got actually all of these. I even got the Second Life of Bree Tanner too. It also has a little thing on Stephenie Meyer. It says, is also the author of the best-selling Twilight series. She lives in Arizona with her husband and 3 sons. The Host is her first novel for adults. Which, I gotta be honest, this wasn't too, I mean, a teenager could, or even whatever, a young teenager, preteen, I guess, could read this book. I mean, it wasn't that bad, except for the little violence in it. But, it's got, let's see, oh yeah, I actually love this little picture right here in it. Like the little, I don't know how many chapters, if I can even see it. And yeah, I don't think it has chapters. Nope, I'm trying to find it. It's got like 60 chapters if you count the epilogue, and it's 619 pages long, and I don't remember exactly when she wrote the book. Give me a minute. 2008, I think. Yeah, she wrote the book in like 2008. Anyways, I kind of highly recommend this book. I saw it earlier when it actually first came out, but I was afraid to grab it. And then, I said, why not? The movie was good. I guess I watched the movie first. That's what made me get the book. Anyways, I gotta highly recommend this book. That's book 1, anyways. Then I have this. Now, this one's, like, I got it from the library. So, forgive me, it's a little tattered and old. But, I have this book, too. It's Llewellyn McDaniel's, Rose for Melinda. It's got like a ballerinas and flowers and stuff. Sorry, I'm not used to this laptop. And this is what the back looks like. It's just pink and a little screen. You can't really see. But, there. Now, I love her books. All of her books. She writes mostly about, like, kids with, like, diseases. And some of her like, characters die, and then some of them don't, from what I've read on these. But, anyways, this one, on the back, it says, "Hi, I can't," oh, it says, "Subject Jessie." It's like they're talking on a computer and stuff. "Hi, I can't believe it. What a surprise to hear from Jesse. We've been best friends since first grade. I was really sad when he and his mom moved to California. I know it's been hard for him since his parents' divorce, but he's such a great guy. When he got an email about being accepted by the Washington School of Classic Dance," oh, got my email, I'm sorry, about my email about being accepted by the Washington School of Classical Dance's summer program, he called and congratulated me. I love hearing his voice. We've been friends forever. Would it turn into something more? Melinda. That's the girl. I think she gets sick. Has leukemia, I think. Yeah, it says, "Subject Melinda. I couldn't believe the news. Melinda is so young, and she loves ballet so much, and is so good at it. How could she be sick? How did she get leukemia? She's got to get better. She's got to, Jesse." Okay, in this one, yeah, Melinda, at first she doesn't know what's wrong. She thinks she got like the flu, and she ends up finding out she's got leukemia. And the thing of it is, Jesse, he's loved her since he was 5 or 6. He's loved her all that time. And she's just starting to have like feelings for him. She's only thought of him as a friend until then. And at first, like, they end up doing this surgery on her, and at first they thought, oh, it's going well and stuff. This is a spoiler. But then she ends up getting sicker and stuff, and I'm thinking because where she kissed him and they had to destroy her system for a transplant, that it ended up, I think it said mono. It gave her mono. And this is a spoiler, so anybody reading this, kind of just move it over just a little bit. Fast forward. She ends up dying. And at the funeral, he writes something. I'll read that little end to you. It says, "It may be a lifetime before I see you again on the far side of time. Wait for me, look for me. Please don't forget me, Melinda Sky. Because one day I will come to you, I will come, Jessie Rose." He wanted to leave that in her casket. It was a little note. And I always loved that little line. It was so sweet. Really, this is a really short book. It's only 202 pages. And, actually, this doesn't have chapters. It's like notes and dates and all that. And, I'm not really sure when this was made. It says 2002, but I could be wrong. It says 2002. Okay, I'll read you this, too. It's kind of like a thing in the back. It tells you more than what this did. "I don't know why I got cancer, and I don't think I haven't asked. The doctors don't know, Mom and Dad don't know, maybe it's just bad luck. But whatever it is, I sure do hate it. This doesn't seem real. I keep thinking this is a bad dream, and I'll wake up in any minute. But I don't wake up, and I have to take chemo treatments, which scares me to death. Gee, did I really mean to write death? Oh, Jessie, I wish I could see you. I wish this wasn't happening to me. I just want to go home and have everything the way it used to be." Actually, when I read this, it was like real sad. But, it's a really good book. I have to highly recommend this one, too. Oh, this one is like, I like paranormal romances. Always have. But, this book right here by Maggie Shane, it's Twilight Hunger. I bought this one. I didn't even know it was like a collection, I bought this one. You can see I got it like for real cheap. I got it for $4.99. And that's the only reason I really grabbed it. I didn't even know it was a romance. I just saw paranormal on the side. And right when I got it and I noticed it was a romance, I was thinking, oh no, I didn't really want to read it. This is what started me into paranormal romance, though, this book right here. Yeah, but it says New York Times best-selling author. And she's one of my favorites now. I got a lot of her books. But on the back, oh, this is the back, and here's the side. No, here's a better look at the back, sorry. There was like different covers they had, but I happen to like this one better. There's that face on the front. It's really pretty. It says let me see where it is. Okay. Return with Maggie Shane to the dark, erotic world of Wings in the Night. He is every woman's fantasy, yet he remains alone and untouched. His world is one of the secrecy and solitude, darkness and danger. Now one woman has found his journal. She has told his secrets. He must stop her, and there is only one way. When struggling screenwriter Morgan De Silva uncovers the ancient leather diaries in the attic of an old house in Maine, she is swept into the seductive world of a long-dead madman who had believed himself a vampire. Now, though Dante's story has made her rich and famous, Morgan is wasting away. At night she dreams of him, an erotic fantasy so real she can see the marks on her neck, feel her life's blood draining from her, almost as if he were real. He comes to her at night, watching her, wanting her. She is one of the chosen. She can be his if he desires, and he desires it so much that he is filled with a terrible fear. He knows that his kiss can save her from destiny's curse, and from the enemies who stalk them both, but to save her, he must trust her, with his life, with his love, with the promise of immortality. Yeah, she's dying, and nobody knows why she's dying. She's wasting away. And I think they call it the belladonna antigen or something like that. And everybody who has it, they end up dying really, really young before they turn 30. And she ends up falling in love with Dante way before he falls in love with her. First, he went to kill her. And I love this book. I mean, Serafina, they actually have another book on, I think, Serafina. I think it's called Embrace the Twilight. Let me see here. I think I got a list of the books in there. Nope. Don't. Oh, I actually have this. I think they did books on everybody listed here. I am not too sure. Let me see if I can find, actually. There's Dante right here, and then there's Morgan De Silva. There's Morgan De Silva, and then I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to this. There's her sister and this guy she's in love with. I think her name is Maxine Stewart. That's a twin sister. That's what as she finds out, she has a twin sister. That's shocked her. And Lou Malone, and he's in another book, I think too. I think it's Blue Twilight. I haven't read the Blue Twilight yet, though. I think I've got it. There's actually a few other books I might end up buying in this. I've got that. Give me a minute. There's this one book I wanted to get. I want to get that Unforgiven one. That's that one right there. I want to get that one so bad. But anyways, this is, I think, let me see here. Yeah, by the way, spoiler again. He ends up changing her. You don't know, she's like, he thinks it's too late and he couldn't save her, but at the end, they actually have a funeral. She has to pretend to be dead. And, it works and she's a vampire. I don't know if she's mentioned in any other books, though. There's 392 pages, and, here. That's Embrace the Twilight, and I've read this one too. I'll do a review on this later. I like that one too. It tells she actually ends up falling in love with a human. I'm not sure if she can change him though. I think she can't. I don't think he's one of the chosen. The chosen in the book is the only ones that can change into a vampire. But yeah, it's got 392 pages, and I was gonna say chapters, and I'm trying to find chapters. And it's got 27 chapters if you count the epilogue. And it was made in, again, 2002. Got a lot of 2002 books. But yeah, this is one of my favorite books. And I actually happen to like the company too, that M-I-R-A, Mara. But I actually like that company too. I got this book at Rite Aid, actually. You can get this book anywhere. Okay, book 3, let's see. Oh, this is one of my I happen to really like true crime books. I mean, really, really a lot. I'm trying to remember this book. Oh, by the way, the only one that got killed in this book is her, this one right here. These two, this and her, they're just victims of this guy right here. It says Meet Me for Murder, and it's by Don Laster with Ronald E. Bowers, Los Angeles District Attorney. Oh, wait, by the way, give me a minute. Who wrote Magazine? Okay, I'm sorry, I almost forgot I said that, where I'm doing a lot. Okay, it says Young Beauties with Hollywood Dreams, a Predator's Deadly Trap. Yeah, let me see the back. If you want to see the whole book, it's like, just basically black and stuff. You know, when I first saw this book, because I never heard of the story, I didn't even read the back. I tend to just notice it's a true crime and bought it. I thought all 3 of them girls died. Thank God they didn't. I kind of was sad that she died. But it says on the back, an aspiring model, hopeful beauty, Christy Johnson, 21, thought she was auditioning to a model for a James Bond promotion. Following the directions of the man who approached her in a shopping mall, she drove to a mansion in the Hollywood Hills with a black miniskirt and stiletto heels. A Hollywood casting coach. Weeks later, Christie's body was finally photographed by the county coroner. Her partially clad body had been found on a slope off Skyline Drive. Not one iota of forensic evidence was recovered. All investigators had was another Hollywood dream gone nightmare. A courtroom drama. But what seemed like a dead end soon found its lucky break. Responding to news reports about Christie's murder, calls from women came pouring in, all of them victims of bogus modeling gigs. One composite sketch later, Victor Paleologist, give me a minute, Paleologist 40, sorry, I'm not really good at saying his name, already on parole for sexual assault, was taken into custody. Halfway through his sensational trial, Paleologist, I can't really pronounce it, stunned everyone by entering a guilty plea and was sentenced to 25 years to life. Includes 16 pages of shocking photos. Oh, it said this case seen on Dateline and The View. Yes, yeah. And it was made in 2008. And I'll show you the pictures at the end of this. And it has... It's like, I think, 347 pages long. And it's got 25 chapters. Not really that big of a book. I mean, it looks a little big, but not really. Okay. Here's some pictures. That's the one that got killed. Christy Johnson. That's a map, I think, of where they found her body. Yeah, I think so. That's her in shopping for the clothes. That's the house where she was having trouble finding. That is Santa Monica PD detective. It's a detective. Virginia. I can't really pronounce her name. I'll just say Virginia. And then that is like before she made her last cell phone call. It's another PD detective, John Henry. That is the one that survived. Susan Murphy. She read about it and then she came forward and told her story. This is her car was found there, and then that's a composite sketch we did of them. It's probably going to be a really long video. But I really don't care. I've done longer. That's the that's a video. I can't remember. Okay, video of him, and that's just this right here is just like what he was trying to get the girls to do and stuff. That's what the clothes they were wearing. That is another one that one was on the cover. I think it says Kathy Dubano. she also survived. She escaped. And then that's the dude. Victor Berber. I think they had him called by something else in here. Oh, I think this is where they found her body. Right there. And now I gotta be honest, this is gonna get graphic soon, so watch it. Anybody who's squeamish, I don't think they actually show her body. They have it like wrapped up in plastic. Okay. That I'm trying to get it. Her feet, like right here. She's wrapped up in a blanket, and I don't know if I got it good enough, but it's like you can see her feet and stuff. And it's just them trying to get her out of there, stuff. And again, there's the guy. He grew a beard and stuff. And who is that? Oh, he's a photographer. Oh, he's a murderer too. That guy right here. It says Charles Rathburn, a legitimate photographer, took former NFL Raider cheerleader Linda Sobek to a remote desert site for a photo shoot and murdered her. I forgot about this dude being on there. I think, yeah, this is just where that Sobek woman was, well, the site where she was killed, where they found her body and everything. And again, another graphic, kind of scene. It's Sobek, not Christy Johnson, but it's another victim of the same kind of crime, her body. Then just how they thought she died and all. That's them removing her body. Oh, another one, another guy. Another graphic picture. I'm trying to. Okay, there's another guy who did the same thing. I think. What's his name? David Radmacher, and he lured Kim Pandelios, and it took them a couple of years to link him, like a year or two to link him to her death. That's, I'm guessing, her body, and there's another killer. Took another victim. It said Sherry Miller, Bill Bradford photographed Sherry Miller and then killed her. And you really can't see her body too good, but that's hers wrapped up in a blanket. And supposedly you can't really see that too good, but that little, I'm thinking it's like right here is a body. Thick bones, But anyways, that's it on this. But I kind of gave this more of a 4 out of 5 kind of rating on it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I actually really like diary themed kind of books, well, I happen to really like the Royal Diaries and what is that other one? Dear America Diaries and My Name is America more. But I like this one because I actually heard a lot about Marie Antoinette, and I kind of wanted to get like a book about her, anything. And this is the Royal Diaries, Marie Antoinette's Princess of Versailles, Austria, France, 1769. And I gotta be honest, I did get this off of, I think, eBay. So it says right here, uncorrected proof for limited distribution. I got this really cheap. That's the only reason I got it. I happen to like the cover anyways. That painting's so beautiful and everything. And this is the back. Side. I actually really like the side too. Just, you can see it. I don't know if I'm getting it good. Sorry, this light's like beaming right off of it. Okay, but anyways, on the back it says, June 13th, 1769, it has come at last, the marriage proposal. King Louis the 15th, I don't really know. I don't really know Roman numerals too much. It has an X and then a V. I think it's the 15th. 15th personal invoice arrived this morning. I was called immediately to Mama's summer house, the Glorietta, where she works on the hottest days. I did not know what I was being called for. Indeed, I thought maybe Louisa told Mama about our picnic, and I was to be reprimanded for hill rolling. But as soon as I set foot in the cool marble receiving room, Mama was set out of her chair behind the desk and running toward me. She crushed me to her bosom and whispered, Antonia, you are to be married. You are to be the Queen of France. Her cheeks were wet with tears, and soon mine were too. And yeah, this has actually real paintings and stuff. And I feel sorry for her. I don't think she should have died. I mean, I know she supposedly, I know for a fact in the book, it actually mentions it and everything. They weren't really meant to rule. But I don't think she's been killed for that. I think they've just been sent off. Maybe paid. I know way back then it doesn't really matter, but back then they had different standards and stuff. But I really don't think that she should have been killed for that. I mean, if anything, they should just put somebody who's worthy of ruling there. But here's a list of, I think, the ancestor and the family line and everything. And then there's right there just a continuance of the other side, And okay, it says portrait of Mary Antonia. That's actually her real name, Antonia, and they called her Antoinette. They said from now on, call you Antoinette. At 13 in Vienna, done by French Pastelius Joseph Dorio. I actually really like that one too. I happen to really, really old photographs and paintings and stuff. I mean, it's so hard. And this says Portrait of Queen Mary Antoinette by artist Mimi Elizabeth Louis Figi Lebrun. And then this one is an 18th century portrait of the portly King Louis the... I was going to say, that isn't the guy she married, is it? But the 16th? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm assuming that's who she married. And I know she married him when she was really young. I think she was 13, 14, something like that. I don't really remember how old she was, but I know she was really, really young. And it says Mary Antoinette and her children, Mary Theresia, Charlotte, Louis Joseph, and Louis Charles, who later became King Louis XVII, if I am right. I do not know if I'm saying it right. From a 1787 canvas by Mimi Vigi Lebrun, daughter Sophia Helena, died that summer before this portrait was completed. It is said that she had been posed inside the cradle, but was painted out before the painting was officially displayed. And I really don't think they should have done that. I guess people don't want to, they just... I'm trying to get a good view of it in there. Just, I guess they don't want to grieve. But it says, the other one was the Steel Wheel of Mary Theresia, Empress of Austria. I keep trying to say Australia, sorry. Mother of Mary Antoinette is unmistakable in this 18th century portrait. I think that's what they said. This is the only portrait they ever found of her. Madame du Barry, mistress of King Louis XV. I'm right. The Archival of Mary Antoinette as captured by Mimi Vigi Lebrun. I'm trying to... there. That's the woman. I think it's one of his mistresses. A woodcut of the grand scale Versailles Palace with its elaborate garden. It was the official residence of French monarchy from 1682 until 1790. Versailles is now a national monument. I'm trying to get in there good. That one right down there, that's the palace. I guess that's the place where Marie Antoinette and her husband was married, I think. Photograph of the Hall of Mirrors in Roswellis Palace. The ceremony wedding of Marie Antoinette and King Louis XVI took place in the Great Room. Yeah, I actually thought that would look pretty. Didn't really. The book described it like way different. I actually thought it looked different, like it was nothing but mirror, kind of. The French ridiculed the extravagant rules with quirky cartoons, such as this one of the Queen and her family in 1792. You can't really see it that good. I'm trying to get it. It's so hard because this part right here is trying to mess me up. Can't really see it. I can't do it good with there. And then it says the bottom, a woodcut illustration of infamous storming of the Bastille. I can't really pronounce that. When angry citizens mobbed the prison fortress, demanding weapons for their fight in the French Revolution. Can't really see that one too good either. It's a really old painting, so no wonder. Taken from the original painting by Paul Delaroche, this 19th century engraving done by John Sarton depicts a plain and somber Marie Antoinette being led from the court to her execution by guillotine. And she does not look like, she's real pretty and stuff. And the other pictures too, she does not look like she did in them. She's all plain and plain clothes and all that. And, I don't know if they let her kids go when they execute her. Just give me a minute. I'm assuming they did, actually. Sophia Beatrice died in infancy. Their oldest son, Louis Joseph, the new Dauphin, was a sickly child and died of tuberculosis 4 years before his parents were executed. So sad. The two remaining children, Mary Theresia and Louis Charles, shared their mother's prison cell until she was taken away to be executed. Mary Theresia was handed over to the Austrians upon her mother's death in exchange for French prisoners of war. She eventually married her uncle's son. That's her uncle's son. Isn't that like a cousin? The Duc d'Angoulême. Louis Charles was held prisoner for 2 more years after his parents' executions and died in the same prison he had shared with his mother. Oh, that is so sad. I don't think they should have kept the kids prisoners and sold them. I actually forgot about that. Oh, wait, yeah. I almost forgot. Again, this one had no chapters or anything. It's just like dates. I'm just trying to see something here. Whoa. What? Oh, wait, it might be like the other books. Wait. Forgetting about it. Sometimes I have it in the back. This was made in 2000. Okay, this is actually kind of like a kid book, but I kind of like kid books, so. And I like Goosebumps. So, I like R.L. Stine. Everything R.L. Stine. I want to get that book he made. It was Red Rain, adult book, but I haven't gotten it yet. I'm getting it. And it says, My Harriest Adventure, R.L. Stine, Goosebumps, I think. Oh, yeah, it's number 26. And I got a lot of them. It says it keeps growing and growing and growing. And this is the back. And, yeah, it's kind of, I think it was a library book. But I bought it. I don't even know what library this was. Might have been Oceana. I bought a lot of books in Oceana. That's where I used to live. No, it's Raleigh County Public Library. Raleigh? Oh, no wonder. Probably the one Valerie took me to. My sister. Yeah. I do not know if I can read the back. It's a big sticker right there. I can't read it too good, but I'll read what I can. Larry Boyd just found the coolest thing in the trash. It's an old bottle of Instatan. Rub on dark suntan in minutes. That's what the label says. So Larry and his friends do, but nothing much happens until Larry notices the hair. Dark, spiky hair growing on his hands and face. Really gross, shiny hair. Hair that keeps growing back every time he's shaving it off. I know that they all think it's like he's like turning into a werewolf or something. Really, it's like he's they're all like science experiments. They're really dogs. I meant literal dogs. And then they turn into the scientists that look like mad scientists. They end up getting parents for them. They're all like working for him. And they end up not using dogs anymore. Dogs are allowed to be dogs in the book now. They're all running around the city and the town or whatever. And now they're using cats. And that's so funny. I think at the time, I thought, cat, wait, isn't that what the cat's name was that was there, was living with him? I think it was his pet cat. They ended up using that. But this is, weird, wait. I don't think this thing has any pages. No, it doesn't have any page numbers. Oh, wait, here we go. Let's see where it stops, that way I can... Oops. No wonder I couldn't find the pages. It's just another book. It's 122 pages and it's 26 chapters. And if you're interested, here's the next book after I think it's 27, number 27. A Night in Terror Tower. I do not know if I have that book. I have so many I forget certain ones. And I think I only paid maybe 25 cents for that thing. Some of these I got really cheap, and I don't remember how much I paid for them, so sorry. Wait, not that one. Yeah. Okay, I actually got some of these without the covers, and then I got 2 of them, Hunger Games, and I gotta be honest, it's kind of got, like, a little wet right here, and it started peeling off, and it really hurt me. I'm gonna try to get another cover. See, even messed up the side. I'm going to try to get another, like a dusk cover thing on it. But, this is, you can tell what the world this is. Everybody knows that symbol. Hunger Games. It's by, what was her first name? I keep forgetting it. Oh, Susan Collins. And, it says Scholastic Press. And, you can see her last name right there. And since I don't have the cover... Give me meat. And it was made in 2008. I cannot read no prologue or anything. It's just part 1, the tribute. Wish I could. Can't really read you anything on this, but I know it's 374 pages long. The only thing different about this book, I gotta be honest, is that Peeta loses his leg. When she put this thing on his leg to stop the blood flowing, she actually cut off circulation. He ended up having to cut off his leg, and they put on a prosthetic. That freaked me out. And, it's 27 chapters. I gotta be honest, that just, like, and also her relationship with Gale is a little bit more... Like, she's torn between Gale and Peeta. She keeps thinking, I love Peeta less than Gale. Like, she loves Gale more. But I gotta highly recommend this book. It's really, really good. Anybody who likes these. I haven't read Mockingjay yet, but I'll do a review on that one soon. Okay. Again, this is the one without the... I actually had to take the cover off of Mockingjay just because it did not look right with that one having covers and these two didn't. I still got the cover dust jacket to it, I guess you can call it. But this is this. It's all the way red. And it's just like Hunger Games, except red. And black lettering. And I think this is just made in... No, this was made a year later in 2009. I'm thinking, Mockingjay is the longest one. Because this is 391 pages and 27 chapters. And this one, it's basically like the movie. Seriously. Just a few things are different. Oh yeah, in this one, let me think. The one about her when they speak out to the district that had Rue, about Rue. they actually have the family members that were the family members of the victims. And it had Rue's parents, and she ends up saying something and causing this big thing. There's just a little bitty different details on it. Okay, I gotta be honest, I read a lot of true crime. I might already did reviews on some of these, but forgive me, I'll just do them again. But this is the last non-one. This is My Girl, and yes, I've got My Girl too. I have to thank my sister on getting me these, because I had no idea these were books. I actually had another book that mentioned this. As soon as I figured out this was a book, I loved the movie. So I said, I saw this in the back of a book, and went, wait, that was a book? So I had to get it. And then I found out, oh yeah, they did part 2 in a book too. But anyways, yeah, this is kind of like the cover of the, this is like the people who acted in it. Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Anna Chlumsky, and Macaulay Culkin. And it says a major motion picture from Columbia Pictures. And it says a novel by Patricia Hermes based on the motion picture written by Loris Elithwain. Forgive me. I don't know how much she paid for this either. She didn't tell me. And it's not in a good shape. I mean, you can tell it's been read and bent and all that. But I'm going to keep it until the thing falls apart. When your dad's an undertaker, your mom is in heaven, and your grandma got a screw loose, it's good to have a friend who understands you, even if he is a boy. This, I gotta be honest, is like a really sad book. I mean, she falls in love with her teacher. She thinks like she's trying to learn about, I guess, she doesn't know much about death. She thinks if you die, I don't know. She doesn't really understand death, but as soon as he dies, Thomas J., that's when she truly understands death, and she cannot deal with it at first, but eventually she does. But let me see how many pages here. It's 180 pages. Yeah, I gotta be honest, it's not that much of a read. It's like light reading. And it's got, what is that? Again, it's that Roman numeral, and I'm so bad at reading that. 24, 25? It's gotta be 24. Hoping. Yeah, I think it's 24 chapters. I'm not sure. I'm bad at reading the Roman numerals. And it was made in 1991. And what's funny is it was made a year after I was born. So it's a year younger than me. Okay. I gotta be honest, I didn't really, again, I just grabbed this because of the cover. I didn't even read the back. And I didn't even know this was about like a lesbian thing, which I gotta be honest, I'm not against lesbians at all, but I'm not really for that. Sorry, I'm not one of them. But I hope I don't make anybody mad at all. I'm not trying to make anybody mad. But it's called Lipstick and Blood, and I don't know if it was ever mentioned on TV. That girl right there is the one that got killed, and really, she was with her, literally with her. They seem like got like this little marriage thing going. But she was married to him. He couldn't handle it, so then he killed her because she didn't want nothing to do with her anymore. But it says 2 impassioned couples, 1 gruesome murder. And it was made by John Kearney. And it's, here's the back and the side. I'll show you the pictures of this too. This might be a really, really long video. I hope I can post it. If not, I'll be really mad. I'm trying to hurry. But it says 4-sided love triangle. Michelle Hazel, Carrie Rayner, and Devon Guzman. I'm thinking that's Devon. And I think that might be Michelle. Give me a minute. I'm just trying to figure this out in my head. Yeah, that is Michelle. Carrie, I'll show you a picture of her in a minute. Was 3 high school girls who shared a secret, their lesbian desires. After high school, Michelle married Brandon Bloss, 25, while Carrie and Devon lived together. Michelle used her husband's credit card to finance a trip for herself and Devon to an island of St. Croix, where they were secretly wed. Back home in Easton, Pennsylvania, on a night in June 2000, Devon broke up with Michelle, and a series of violent quarrels ensued among the foursome. The next day, Devon was found dead in her car. Geometry of murder. Devon's death was murder made to look like suicide. Her throat had been cut clear through to the spine. Who was the killer? Carrie Reiner had been physically abusive to Devon in their relationship. Michelle was furious at being rejected by Devon, and Brandon Bloss wanted his wife to stay faithful to him. Forensic evidence indicated that Brandon and Michelle were the culprits. A jury agreed, sentencing them both to life prison terms. Here is a searing true account of secret lives, lethal passions, and savage murder. Basically what the book said in the back is all this book is. I mean, it tells you about the crime, what their lives were. I mean, she was a really pretty girl. You know, I feel so bad that she died. Actually, I feel bad for all the victims in these murder books. I'll just show you pictures and I'll tell you who they are. I'm not going to read them to you. These are like baby pictures. Oh, sorry, baby pictures of Devon. More. Yeah, okay, good. More of Devon. And the top one is Michelle, and then there is Devon. And this, it says something about the bridge, about, I guess, near where her body was found, and then her car, where her body was, and then police investigations. Oh, that was a syringe. They filled it up with something and trying to make it look like she was trying to inject herself or something. Again, the car and the bridge again. Dogs. Cigarettes and that was Michelle's dogs, I'm thinking, and that's Michelle's house. Was Michelle's house. Luggage and Brandon Bloss. I think they were planning on running away or something. Still not used to it. Give me a minute. There. I'm still not used to this camera. This camera, it's so hard for me to get a picture, but that's Brandon Bloss, and that was a prison, that building. Michelle, the courthouse, and the DA, some guy. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this right. It's just making me so mad. Michelle, court, and the DA guy. And that, I'm thinking, yeah, it's just what they're trying to piece together. I think the dead body. No, sorry, that was his bite mark. Sorry. Well, I couldn't really see it. Just the close-up of the bite mark. They did a drawing of it too. They did a mold of Devon's teeth, and they took the stuff out of the syringe and put it in the, like a little thing there. And there's Devon's teeth. And then a water sample of Michelle, of the washing machine and the water, and then a reporter. Oops, sorry. Anyways, this one is actually pretty good. Even when I found that out. I was so not wanting to read it as soon as I found out at first. And then I thought, I'll give it a try anyways, because I really like true crimes. It was made in 2006, and it's, I gotta be honest, it's freaking long. It's 46 chapters, and it's 443 pages. And here's another book. As you can tell, I've read them a lot. That I've read. It's another true crime. I got like 3 true crimes here, and then that'll be it. It's called Because You Love Me by M. William Phelps. It says an online love affair, a real-time murder. And if you're wondering, this woman here, she's the one that got killed, and these 2 killed her. Yeah, you can see it's badly torn, but that's the girl on that girl there. Yeah, here's the back. Sorry, it's so bad. But it says a life taken. Janine Domenico's fiance found her body on her kitchen floor, more than 40 stab wounds, blows to her head with a blunt instrument had cut her life short. What monster had struck in the heart of a peaceful New England town? A trust betrayed. Janine was a hard-working single mother. Nicole, her 14-year-old daughter, was on the honor roll and head over heels in love with an 18-year-old man she's only known through the internet. Once the lovers met in person, Janine's motherly instincts sensed trouble. If only she knew the life in danger was her own. In the name of love, with a history of psychological trouble and family misfortune, Billy Sullivan's obsession and controlling power of Nicole contributed to the brutal slaying of her mother. But it was Nicole's stunning confession and guilty plea that led to Billy's sensational trial, where a sordid tale of love, loss, betrayal, and murder finally took a cold-blooded killer offline and online for justice. Yeah, I still don't know if it's true. She blames everything on Billy, like he brainwashed her, and he was like manipulating her and so obsessed with her and stuff. She thought the feelings she had for him were love. I don't know if she's telling the truth and all, but, it was just really like puppy love in a way. First love thing. And I keep confusing this with that other book I have. It's over here. I'll tell you about it. It's Kill Grandma for Me. Here's Janine and her fiance, and then Janine again. I don't understand how she could have killed her. I don't understand how she could have killed her mother. Give me a minute. Sorry. I'm trying to hold on to the book, and then it keeps wanting to fold over on me. So, I'm trying to show you a good picture, but again, it's doing that again to where I can't. Okay. I'll have to do this one way. I don't know if you can see that good, but it's her and her mother. They're all smiley and happy, and over here, she's all smiley. You can't really see it on this book. Here. Smiley and happy. There's her smiling, and she's trying to get everything for her kids that they could want. She worked like 3 jobs just to get them everything they want, so they wouldn't want for anything. She was a nice woman. Sometimes they said she was controlling. That's what her daughter said. She was controlling and this and that, but her mother isn't. That's where they went. There's their house, bowling place. That's just where they went, basically. And there's a ballpark. I'm trying to get it over there. Ballpark they get dedicated to her, and then there's a bench they dedicated to her, Jean. How am I going to hold this now? I did this good once before. I can do it again. It's hard to get him in there. There's Billy Sullivan, Nicole. There's his house. And then there's the street. There's the school. And basically this is just like wounds that she's got. don't think they'll actually show her body. Let me see. No, you won't see her body, which is a good thing. Because how they mentioned she died in here, I'm kind of glad nobody has to see that. But it's just blood and stuff, you know. See, just blood. Stuff, you know. Wipes and the knife. And then, I know you can't really see these that good, but they're wounds she got. I'm trying to get a good view of it. Wounds she got and everything. You can't really see it, I'm sorry. And then, again, more wounds. You can't really see it. If you can't, I'm sorry. But that was Nicole's room. This little, I don't know if I can get it up close enough, but yeah, she's literally made this mural thing on her wall, and it's freaky. I mean, she became obsessed with them. Bloody socks and stuff. And weapons. The weapons they used. Clothes and stuff. Supposedly there was just like a suicide watch on both of them, because supposedly, if I show you, there was like a bottle of pills, like right in this picture. There's a bottle of pills, and supposedly they were going to commit suicide, but I don't think it was really planned. They're supposed to be together forever. Again, supposedly, like in this picture, said that she loved playing jokes. She was trying to sneak up on Chris, her fiance. And there's her grave. So sad. Did I tell you when this was made? I don't know if I did. 2007. It's had another. I actually want to get that book, Looks Could Kill, too. By the same person. 422 pages, and it's 87 chapters, if you count the epilogue. And yes, I actually heard of another person. I actually thought it was kind of funny. I have a fan I'm a fan of somebody on YouTube, and she actually mentioned this. I thought, it's funny. I have the same book, but it's Stolen Innocence: My Story of Growing Up in a Polygamous Sect, Becoming a Teenage Bride, and Breaking Free of Warren Jeffs. It was made by Alyssa Wall with Lisa Pulitzer, with a new afterword by the author. And I was so happy to get this book. I actually didn't know. I mean, I've heard of Warren Jeffs and everything, and I knew about her, but I didn't know that was her. I didn't know her name. I just knew about the woman. And again, this is the back, and this girl right here, that's Alyssa. If that's how you pronounce her name, I'm so sorry if I'm saying it wrong. And in September 2007, a packed courtroom in St. Georgia, Utah, hushed as Alyssa Wall, the star witness against polygamous sect leader Warren Jeff, gave captivating testimony of how Jeffs forced her to marry her first cousin. I'm sorry, wait. My mouth was kind of dry. Her first cousin at age 14. This harrowing and vivid act proved to be the most compelling evidence against Jeff, showing the harsh realities of this close community and the lengths that Jeffs went in order to control the women in it. Now, in this courageous memoir, Alyssa Wall tells her incredible and inspirational story of her time in the Fundamentalist Church of Latter-day Saints, FLDS, detailing how she emerged from its confines to help bring one of America's most notorious criminals to justice. Wall's story is both creepy and quite moving. New York Times Book Review. Wall's story couldn't be more timely. Her descriptions of polygamous sect rigidity are shocking. But what's most fascinating is the immensely likable author's struggle to reconcile her longing for happiness and her terror of its consequences. People magazine. I gotta be honest, this actually shocked me as I was reading it. 14 and forced to marrying an 18-year-old guy, and she really didn't know what sex was. I'm sorry to say that, but nobody told her what that was, and he raped her. And I mean, honestly, I mean, they threw out man, supposedly, I don't know if it's true. I mean, well, yeah, of course it's true. I don't know if I'm saying it right. They threw out man so there'd be more women for the guys, you know. There'd be enough women for the guys, anyways. Her mother and her when she was a baby, her father and her when she was a baby, her and her brothers. I don't know if she's in this picture or not. I'm thinking she is. I don't know if... Let me see if I can do this. I don't know. It's gonna be that kind of thing, isn't it? I don't know if that, you know, is her or not. I'm not sure. That is her playing the violin. They were all like real good musician violinists anyways. And then I think that is her. And then I'm trying to point her out. That's her. And then that is her with her family. Big, large family. Wait. Let me see if I can find her out. That's her mother. A lot of her sisters actually ran away to be with guys they really loved. And yes, I'll show you a picture of her and her husband and kids. That's her. That's her and her father. Her and, well, sorry, I'm trying to do this right. Her and Warren Jeffs, and I think her brother. Her and the prophets, and her and her brother. Her brother being forced to leave. Her living with, I think, her uncle, and that, I'm not sure. That's a really large family. And let me see if I can find her. Oh, what do you know? Right up front. And her mother, her father remarrying the prophet and Warren Jeffs. You know, that right there. That's a remarriage ceremony or something. And the house where they moved. Well, no, that's where they lived. And that's her, and that's where they moved. That, I'm trying to find her. Let me see if I can find her. Even though it's really small, that is her. Right there. I know you can't really see her, really tiny. But, that's her. I think. Yeah. That's her. And then that at the bottom, that's her mother and her at her, I think, her last graduation or something. That's the last year she completed in normal school. That is the saddest day of her life. That's when she got married. And in this one she said she was crying. That's when she was hiding her face. And that up there is like the honeymoon hideout. That's the wedding, you know. Supposedly, I don't remember how many. She mentions a lot of miscarriages in this book. I mean, it seemed like 5 or 6, but I could be wrong. A lot of miscarriages, and it's because she had some kind of a blood disorder or something. Something wrong with her. But they eventually found out, and they were able to save her 2 other children. But that is her and her husband, Ellen, and then that is with her family, and then that right there is with her sister. Oh, I'm getting soon to the pictures of her husband. Sorry about this. I'm trying to get like a good view of there. That's her in her car, and I'm so sorry my hand is in the way. And then that is with her mother, and that is her first Christmas with Lamont. He was also an FLDS member, by the way. He had to leave. And then that is her mother, her and her child. And I think it's the last time she ever saw her mother. Her mother was actually like, I don't know if she still is or not, but she shouldn't be. I mean, I know she's been brainwashed and all. I mean, that's just a belief, how they believe. I'm not going to go against religion, so I don't know if that's right or wrong. But this is like the newest kind of photo of them. Again, I'm going to do this. So sorry, I'm blocking her face. That's her, Lamont, and her 2 children. That is Warren Jeffs and his attorney. That is her husband. And if I'm not mistaken, he only got like 30 days in jail. 30 days. Just a month. After all them years of putting her through practically hell. I think he should have got years. But that's her talking to the press. And she said that she carried that picture with her all throughout that trial, and even now she carries it. That's what she's fighting for, her sisters. And then that is, I gotta be honest, look at that little girl. I mean, she looks all, I gotta be honest, she looks cute, chubby cheeks and all that. She looks like she's like, I don't want to be here. But I love this book. I mean, it tells a lot about it. Even though I bet a lot of FLDS women who are still in there are against this. But it was made in 2008. It's really, really long. It's like 443 pages, and it's 31 chapter. No, 32 if you count the epilogue. Last book, Kill Grandma for Me by Jim DeFelici. I can't really pronounce his last name. And it says this. I cannot believe it. That girl is freaking 13 years old, and she looks like she's at least 11, maybe younger. And that boy is 15. Oof. I don't know if they're still in jail or not, though. That's my biggest. I mean, I've read on this a little bit. Like, I don't know whether they're still in jail. Oh no, that right here, that's the grandmother's body. If I kill her, will you love me? Yeah, maybe we should shoot her. Just do it. I gotta be honest, this actually freaked me right out when I heard like how young they were and stuff. Actually, this was my mother's and my mom. Well, she passed away, and then we didn't know what to do with all her books and stuff. And I said, I'll take them because they were mom's, and I'll read them even if I don't like them. But I happen to really love this book again because it's true crime. And a lot of the true crimes book I got, I think it's from Pinnacle. Or Harper. A lot of them are from Pinnacle, though. Anyways, though, like dust and stuff in there. They were and again, you could tell I read it and stuff because it's all bent up and everything. Had to tape it. And it says, they were star-crossed teenage lovers. On the morning of December 31st, 1994, a little girl ran barefoot through the streets of quiet Sagittarius, New York, clad only in her nightclothes and crying out in fear and pain. The story she told would shock the town. A vicious murder and a teen couple's obscene 3-day orgy of sex and junk food. When police investigated the girl's claims, they found the body of her grandmother. Wait, I'm sorry. I yawn. I'm kind of tired. It is like 7:15, so. I'm sorry, where was I? The girls claims they found the body of her grandmother stuffed into the trunk of a car and began their pursuit of a killer. Then they tied the knot in blood. At first, suspicion fell on 15-year-old James, a violent, troubled teen known to be a ticking time bomb, but soon the truth about his 13-year-old lover, Wendy, would come out. The angelic-looking honor student had convinced James to strangle her grandmother with a kite string. Then she took her own little sister prisoner, took her grandmother's money, and began an odyssey of sin. Kill Grandma for Me. This is a graphic and shocking account of one of the most bizarre killings ever committed in the sensational trial of Jim DeFelici. Tells the story of depraved teenage lovers who made a game out of killing an innocent elderly woman and used vicious murder to prove their love. And it also says 12 shocking photos, being 12 pages. This is the only problem I have with this one, because this one actually, I'm almost thinking I did a review on this one. I'm not sure though. I'm trying to find the pictures. Here's the grandmother. I don't know if it's true or not, but they said she was kind of abusive, I think, in this one. That's the reason she wanted to kill her. I do not know if that is true, though. I do not know. Just what Wendy said. And supposedly the father agreed with her, and that's James, Wendy, the house, and the body. And I gotta be honest, this is actually a really small book. I can just hold it like this. The Kite String, the diary, that was her diary, the glove, and $100 was all was left of the money they took. And I think it was like a couple, like $800, $900 they took from her house. That was all for like bills and stuff. The basement, Betty Gardner's grave, and Wendy Gardner on her day of her trial. Wendy, James, Buzz Gardner, that's Wendy's father, and investigator Stan Odell or something, Odell. What I don't know what BCI I'm sorry, I'm not into like too much legal talk or whatever that even means. BCI investigator Kevin Costello's, Ulster County NYC Court Judge J. Mitchell Bruin, Don Jaffe of Ulster County Public Defender's Office, and Wendy Gardner was represented at a trial by Jeremiah Jerry Flattery. And he was like a really good lawyer, I guess, for Wendy. Sorry. There you go. And Mike Cavaha, Ulster County, is a district attorney, and then Mike Kavanaugh, district attorney, and another district attorney, Michael Miranda. And I actually thought that title was a little funny on that one. Brain Dump. I mean, I know it's true crime, but I mean, some of the titles they put on there was just like weird. I'm like, why would it be called a brain dump? I guess just because your brain stops working. 300 pages, and it's 36 chapters long, and it was made in 1998, which shockingly I was 8 years old when they made the book. Honestly, when this happened, I was 4. Yep, I was 4. Because I was born in August, so. It happened in December, so yeah. Anyways, though, this is a really good book. I read this like 4 or 5 times. But, it's a really good book. I gotta highly recommend it. And I will try to do another review soon. Hopefully it won't be this long. Hopefully I can post this. I hope I don't have to do it again. If it does go through, it's nice to see it's not to comment. Please comment. Just to tell me what books you liked, what books you want to read, if you need help finding them. I'll try to help you find them. I know they have a lot of these on eBay. I don't know about Amazon. You could try, shoot, it's another book thing that I got involved in. But Overstock, you can try Overstock. But there was another one that I can't really remember. If I find out, I'll type it on here. Okay. Nice day, and I'll talk to you later.